What up, guys? It's that time of the week again. It's time for us to go over what's been great in anime this week. And this week we got 8 things, got 8s or aboves. We're going to be going through the top 5, but we'll give you a quick honorable mention for the other 3. Those being Mayonaka Heart Tune, which is an amazing show about a man, a teenager that's fallen in love with a girl that he's only ever heard her voice. And he finds out what school she's going to be going to. I know it sounds creepy. Just give it a chance. Also, all he really knows about her is that she wants to be some kind of voice job going forward. He doesn't know exactly what the voice-based job is, but he finds their broadcasting team. All of them remind him of her, so he doesn't actually know which one it is. And all 4 of them want to go off and do different voice-based things. So there's a singer, a voice actor, a VTuber, and I cannot remember what the 4th one is off the top of my head. No, I already said singer. I don't know. Also in that category, we had Fire Force Season 3.5, where if you don't know what Fire Force is at this point, go back and watch the first season. I don't know what to tell you. And Hell Mode. I gotta be honest, these kind of game isekais, they're the thing I know I shouldn't like, but I absolutely love. But getting into our top 5, we have Death Game to put food on the table. Playing death games to put food on the table. Something along those lines. The maid survival games. This week, we got to see a brand new group of girls plus our main girl. She says she's only played 10 games at this point. I'm not sure if she's meant to have been lying or if this one's before the first episode, because I'm pretty sure at that point she'd played 28. But we get to see somebody else taking the leading role in the group. Because, hey, we've been in this group before, the 4 of us, and you should just let me lead because everyone else does. Which, terrible reason to let somebody lead. But she goes along with it, and then she finds out this girl, if you're not of any use to her, you can go and die for all she cares. Which we find out because one of the people accidentally sets off a landmine, but she's still in a state where, hey, we can let her survive. We can carry her out of here because we're not going to be bleeding. Nope, leave her there. Cool. I'm done with you. I'm gone. I love the conviction of it, and it's great to see. Though, unlike the first episode, which was a 48-minute episode, this episode was only half of the story. So I'm assuming that next week we will get the other half of what happens in this Minesweeper manor. In our number 4 slot, we have Kaya-chan Isn't Scary. And I love this show. This show blends Courage the Cowardly Dog with much more adult ideas. As Kaya-chan, if you haven't heard, can see ghosts. And this time we found Stranger Danger. Actually, that was the second story. The first story was kind of messed up because one of the other girls starts seeing a ghost in the window. Every morning when they're walking to school, they see the ghost in the window, and that's creepy as hell. And then Kaya-chan sees the ghost, but she also sees a ghost crawling around on this other girl. So she punches it in the face and it dissipates. And then they point out the ghost in the window to the teacher, and it wasn't a ghost in the window. It was somebody hanging around. Yeah. The next scene is just them, the teachers all talking that the kids don't realize what they've seen. They just thought they saw a ghost, and paramedics wheeling a body bag out. So, yeah, that got real fast. Second half, though, might have been even more real, but in a very different way, because we're learning about Stranger Danger. Because there's been a ghost that's been spiriting away children. And that's bad enough. But after we find the spirit, there's a huge guy there behind the spirit. And it seems like it makes it out like it's going to be like a shape-shifting spirit, and this guy is actually possessing the spirit or using the spirit to shapeshift and steal kids away. No, he's just a guy that Kaya-chan helped at some point and is a little bit creepy with her about it. So after she beats the ghost, this guy's still there and he's like, hey, do you remember me? And she hits her stranger danger alarm that the teacher gave her. And she's just like, hey, ghosts are one thing. You're creepy. Go away. I love it. I love it so much. In our number 3 slot, we have returning for season 3, Oshinoko, which I am so glad this is back. I love me some Oshinoko. Oshinoko is teen idol drama, the anime, because our main girl is part of an idol group and we've seen her growing up through it. And our main guy, she's also a reincarnated person that was put into this body. Our main guy is the gynecologist of their mother reincarnated into this body, which is irksome to say the least. But his role in life up to this point has been, we're going to find out who killed mom, and now we're having relationship drama because the girl is going off and living her best life with this with the idol things and acting and all that fun stuff. He is acting on a TV show and having relationship dramas, but one of their mutuals is having an issue because she's in love with him. And he knows she is, so he's like, I'm just going to avoid you as much as physically possible because that's the respectful thing to do to my girlfriend. Until the older person, because one of the idols is actually secretly in her 30s, I want to say, comes along, grabs him, takes him to her house, and he's just like, hey, you don't realize how this could go the wrong way right now. Like, you're being very trusting of me. I'm still a guy. I still have guy urges. I'm trying to do the right thing for my girlfriend. Mind you, he's saying this while over the top of her, which is creepy as hell. But he literally did it to prove a point of, hey, I've got my shit together. I'm keeping my shit together. I'm also very attracted to the mutual friend, but I'm keeping my shit together and doing the right thing. And that's when we've got the, hey, maybe they're both into each other. And I love this teen romance drama. I would not be more into teen romance drama. They're my favorite kind of movies. We're going to move on to our number 2 for the week. And I think the only thing that's going to surprise people is that it's not number 1. That's Sentenced to Be a Hero. We went delving into mines this week, where the dead have been getting infected by fairies and coming out as essentially Hellspawn. And it's terrifying. But we have a group of heroes now. We have our main guy, his offsider who's kind of useless. We have Your Majesty, who thinks he's been overthrown as the king, and I really hope at some point it turns out he's right. And then we have the Axe Guy. So the Axe Guy has lost basically all of his memories and is just instinct on killing. And I love it so much because it is just showing what happens to the heroes after they've had to die a bunch of times. And usually we're not going to see this until the main character gets killed a bunch of times and he slowly turns into this, or his best friend does. That happens a lot as well. This time we saw this guy wielding an axe going ham on these fuckers. And it was so great to watch because they did not stand a chance against Axe Guy. Yeah, this is the best shonen of the season, bar none. The reason it's not number 1 is because I love me some teen drama. This is In the Clear Moonlit Dusk, and I still need to find a less washed out version of this picture. We have seen the Prince on Prince drama grow. Turns out that the taller actual guy prince is the heir to a company, or at the very least he's the grandson of the head of a big company. So they call him Prince because he's rich. But he treats the other prince just like he would anyone else, except, sorry, he treats the other prince just like anyone he's into, which is not something that our MC prince is very used to. And it's great. I love her dad just being like, hey, I've never seen you interact with a guy before. You can get off work early, go have fun, be home by 9. Then it starts pouring down and 9:41 rolls around. Dad's calling. Understandably, like, he gave you a set time. But this is probably my favorite romance that's coming out at the moment, as you can tell, because it's number 1 for the week. But if that's about it for this week. If you like what you've seen, don't forget to hit that sub button. And if you want to tell me I'm wrong about these things, comment down below. You should also subscribe so you can tell me I'm wrong next time. Why not take advantage of the gift that keeps on giving? I've been Faye, you've been awesome, and I'll see you all next time.